Hey there my friends, what is going on? Profitably is here, and today in Crypto Show I want to really discuss what's going on in the latest Bitcoin dump that we are seeing. Will this pattern going to continue with the next while? The bear trend and what we're seeing in the charts. I want to discuss Bitcoin and what we're seeing on the technical analysis, as well as some of the broader news that are happening in the Bitcoin crypto space. So the last day has been pretty savage for the crypto markets. The market shed over 20 billion or so. We went from $270 billion to about $250 billion right now. And the Bitcoin itself dropped to about $8,000 after rebounds from almost $7,600. So was a sharp move down that happened over a pretty series of a short time. In just a couple hours, the market dropped by about 10% from $9,000 to below $8,000. Okay, so let's discuss that. Of course, you can see from US dollar value, a lot of the other cryptocurrencies are down. Ethereum is down 4%, Ripple 5.6%, Bitcoin Cash 6.8%. That happened after a pretty significant rally that we have seen over the last several weeks. So if you're looking here on the daily, guys, and this is my observation on the market, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your Bitcoin and how to trade Bitcoin. If you are trading Bitcoin actively, or you're just watching the markets and seeing when is the best time to hold Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin, stuff like that, might be useful for you to see what are the likelihood of the next price action, because we are dealing with likelihoods. We're not dealing with 100% facts and predictions, because no one knows for sure what will happen in the crypto market. So looking at the daily, guys, we have seen this rising wedge pattern, and this is for classical technical analysis a bearish pattern, and we did break the lower line right here today and drop below 7,700 or so, and quickly rose to about $8,000. It was done fairly quickly, because this level, if we are going to see from the lowest point of about $3,100, that was in February, actually no, December 2018, we dropped to $3,100, the lowest point, and then to the highest point, the recent high top of about $9,000, we are seeing that we dropped to this level of 23% drop, okay, from this point. Which is healthy. It's healthy for the overall global trend. We did see quite significant rise in Bitcoin price over this year 2019, and it is good and healthy for corrections to happen. So nothing surprising there. In even the most bullish trends, we do see corrections, of course, overall on the major pattern. But the question remains right now: are we going to drop further, or are we going to consolidate over this level and then go again to 8,500 and 9,000 and even reach $10,000 and continue that? Well, if we look at the weekly, guys, weekly for Bitcoin, you can see that on the RSI level we are above the 70% overbought territory for the first time, actually, in a very long time. The last time it was in December 2017, during the bull run of 2017, we were above this level, and after this whole year of 2018 we dropped to 30%, and from here, from this lowest point, we've been rising and reaching about 80% on RSI, and now this drop right here. So historically speaking, you can see that there is a good likelihood that we might see something like this and drop again to this level that we have seen on a weekly, historically, and then bounce back from there, which means that there is a room for us to go down at this point. We are definitely on an overbought territory. Now, it doesn't mean that we just cannot go from here and go on this level. It can certainly happen, but historically speaking, there is this level on RSI. When we went into this territory, we came back and lowered into this territory. Okay, so that's one thing that you want to consider looking at this market. Another thing, let's see for the daily. Okay, so we've been going down for 2 days now, and this territory right here at about between 38 Fibonacci and 50 Fibonacci, if we might drop to this area right here, it would not surprise me that we might go there. Okay, and then consolidate and then bounce back from here. Okay, so we've seen quite a significant move again. From $5,000, we rose and rose and rose to $9,000. Now a correction may happen, and this is the sweet spot because a lot of previous support have been at this level at $6,000. So it is quite a sweet spot from the bullish perspective. If we are going to drop to those levels of 6,500, I'm definitely going to be bullish and be aggressive bullishly on this level, and seeing the further jump, because for me we are done with the accumulation phase, and we are in the bull market phase right now, which means that overall the trend this year and next year, we are going to see Bitcoin significantly higher, I believe, than what we are seeing right now. So it doesn't faze me those moves down that will happen inevitably with the rise of the market. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, another thing that I wanted to discuss with you is this amazing lunch that will happen between Justin Sun and the Tron founder, okay, and Warren Buffett. Let me see if I can show you this, guys. Just give me 1 second. I don't know why it's okay. Here we go. So basically, Justin Sun was participating in this bid for that Warren Buffett is doing every year for the last 20 years. They call it the annual eBay launch charity auction, and he paid a record-breaking $4.6 million for the privilege to have lunch with Warren Buffett. Now, as you know, Warren Buffett is one of the biggest and most famous investors of all time. He accumulated a large sum of money, many billions of dollars, and he traditionally invested into the stock market and into different companies. And he was very, very skeptically inclined for Bitcoin cryptocurrency technology. He doesn't understand it, and he was criticized by the crypto community. He missed Amazon, he missed Google, and he's missing out on Bitcoin as well. And he called Bitcoin a couple months ago worse than a rat poison square. Okay, so what Justin wants to do, and he's the Tron founder, he wants to basically change his mind and have him invest into Bitcoin cryptocurrency from his huge fund of assets, and do invest into the cryptocurrency sector. And he's getting leading blockchain technology leaders into this lunch with Warren Buffett in order to change his mind, change his opinion, which in my opinion will be really great for the entire community for Bitcoin cryptocurrency, right? The more people like Warren Buffett, huge influencers in the traditional investing phases that are going to endorse Bitcoin cryptocurrency, the more we can see people from big traditional institutions, stuff like that, diversify more into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Okay, so that's a very good thing for the community. Now, Binance decentralized exchange has launched, and now they're basically telling people that we are going to block 29 countries from using the decentralized exchange, which brought severe criticism from the crypto community, because how you can launch a decentralized exchange when in fact it is kind of centralized. um, you know it was never meant to be decentralized because they are controlling. Now what they're saying that the website itself will block the countries, 29 countries including US, starting from 1st of July, but the decentralized exchange, the blockchain, cannot block countries. Okay, but nevertheless, to use the interface for Binance decentralized exchange, it will not be possible for people living in the US and 28 other countries, which means this whole sector of decentralized exchanges, we're seeing it with Ethan exchange that will launch soon, that I shared about a couple months ago. Decentralized exchange, this trend is going to expand. Moving into this year, we'll see more and more platforms that come up with the ability to trade remotely on centralized exchanges without compromising your private keys for it, or just growing like their own brands with decentralized exchanges and atomic swaps and stuff like that, without again compromising your private keys. I think this is a huge trend that is developing more and more, and people want to have more control over their assets, over their crypto assets, and really know and be sure that nobody is going to steal from them. Okay, that happens from time to time in centralized locations. So this is what I want to share with you today. Overall, I'm very, very positive about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, what is going to do this year. And of course, over the next several years, it's huge opportunity for you guys, to be involved and actively involved in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency space and grow your wealth massively with it, create passive income streams, and learn about this technology, learn about different ways how you can leverage this technology, how you can trade or earn passive income in crypto. It's a beautiful thing, and we're going to keep you updated about the best opportunities in this space to really help you do so and increase your knowledge in this area. So with that being said, guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon.